thought I knew the shape my heart had settled into, the particular contours of a life lived at this pace. Not unhappy, just accustomed to a certain ceiling, to the version of the world that fit inside that space. And then you came, it's something I'd stopped noticing, started noticing again without my asking it to start. The colors had more saturation than I remembered. The mornings had a quality I'd misplaced from my heart. Not because you fixed me, that's not what happened. Something in your presence cleared what had grown dim, and what came back wasn't new, it had always been there, just waiting for the right condition to begin. Not the beginning of something I never had, the beginning of something I'd forgotten how to feel. The heart doesn't always need a revelation, sometimes just a reason to believe again in real. My heart's new beginning, not from nothing, from the something that your love restored. Not rebuilt from scratch, reopened, turned toward light, pointed toward a life worth moving forward for. My heart's new beginning, and it didn't announce itself or ask for recognition. It just started quietly in the ordinary, the way the real beginnings happen, with precision. Something shifted, something opened, something that had been waiting for the warmth of someone genuine began. I notice it in what I'm willing to hope for now, in the reaching past the careful and the reasonable, in the plans that stretch beyond the safe and manageable, in the future feeling less like something seasonable. I notice it in how I talk about tomorrow, with something forward leaning in the voice I didn't have, as though the next thing feels like something worth the going, as though the path ahead has room for more than half. And I trace that back to you, to what you brought, not the answers but the appetite for the question, not the destination but the willingness to travel, the heart that found its beginning in the lesson. Not the beginning of something I never had, the beginning of something I'd forgotten how to feel. The heart doesn't always need a revelation, sometimes just a reason to believe again in real. My heart's new beginning, not from nothing, from the something that your love restored. Not rebuilt from scratch, reopened, turned toward light, pointed toward a life worth moving forward for. My heart's new beginning, and it didn't announce itself or ask for recognition. It just started quietly in the ordinary, the way the real beginnings happen, with precision. Something shifted, something opened, something that had been waiting for the warmth of someone genuine began. Beginnings don't always look like beginnings, that's the thing I've learned about the way they come. They don't arrive with ceremony or with clarity, they arrive in the accumulation, in the sum, in the day that felt a little lighter than expected, in the morning when the getting up felt less like cause, in the moment I realized I was looking forward to something I'd forgotten, something I had almost lost. That was the beginning, quiet, unremarkable, just the heart finding its way back to what it always knew it was capable of. My heart's new beginning, not from nothing, from the something that your love restored. Not rebuilt from scratch, reopened, turned toward light, pointed toward a life worth moving forward for. My heart's new beginning, and it didn't announce itself or ask for recognition. It just started quietly in the ordinary, the way the real beginnings happen. quietly, honestly, because of you. I've been careful with the word divine. It carries weight that casual use erodes. But there are moments that outgrow the secular, that ask for something larger than the everyday codes. What I have with you is one of those moments, extended across years, woven into the ordinary. Not spectacular in the religious sense, quietly extraordinary. The kind of love that makes you understand why people reach for language beyond the plane. Not because the plane isn't enough for most things, because this particular thing won't fit inside that frame. Not divine like untouchable or distant, divine like something that arrived as gift unearned, like grace that doesn't ask for worthiness before it gives, the kind that humbles you precisely because it can't be earned. A love so divine, and I mean that with the careful weight it asks. Not borrowed from a hymn or from a habit, felt in the quiet after the ordinary tasks. A love so divine, in the way it gives without a ledger or a score, in the way it stays consistent through the seasons, in the way it keeps on being what it was before. Grateful doesn't cover it, but grateful is where I start. A love so divine, and I am humbled. Every day it chooses this heart. There's a quality to genuine love, the kind that holds up when examined close, that doesn't need the flattering light to look like something that's most itself when nothing's being composed. And yours has that, the close-up kind of beauty, the kind that doesn't diminish with the knowing, that reveals more the more attention I bring to it, that keeps on being what it is, keeps on showing. And I find in that a kind of reverence, not the forced kind, the kind that simply comes, the involuntary gratitude of someone who knows exactly how unlikely this becomes. Not divine like untouchable or distant, divine like something that arrived as gift unearned, like grace that doesn't ask for worthiness before it gives, the kind that humbles you precisely because it can't be earned. A love so divine, and I mean that with the careful weight it asks. Not borrowed from a hymn or from a habit, felt in the quiet after the ordinary tasks. A love so divine, in the way it gives without a ledger or a score, in the way it stays consistent through the seasons, in the way it keeps on being what it was before. Grateful doesn't cover it, but grateful is where I start. A love so divine, and I am humbled. Every day it chooses this heart. Gratitude at its deepest isn't comfortable. It comes with the full weight of what you've been given, the recognition that what you have exceeds what you deserved, that something this good found you in the ordinary living. And I sit with that, not performing the humility, just feeling it honestly for what it is, that of everything this life could have offered me, it offered this, and this, by any honest measure, is more than enough, more than I knew to ask for, more than I can fully hold. A love so divine, and I mean that with the careful weight it asks. Not borrowed from a hymn or from a habit, felt in the quiet after the ordinary task. A love so divine, in the way it gives without a ledger or a score, in the way it stays consistent through the seasons, in the way it keeps on being what it was before. Grateful doesn't cover it, Grateful is where I start. A love so divine, and I am humble. Every day it chooses this heart, not performing the sacred, not reaching for the grand, just quietly, genuinely grateful for this, for you, for all of it. I've spent time looking for the feeling in the wrong places, in the geography, the familiar, the comfortable and known. Thinking home was something you arrived at or constructed, a place you built or found or simply called your own. But home kept feeling temporary wherever I settled. Always slightly off, always one thing short of right. And I carried that unease like something I'd accepted, the low-grade restlessness of someone searching without light. Until your love arrived and something recognized it, not with fanfare, not with any particular sign, just the particular quiet of a thing that fits completely, the particular peace of finally being somewhere that feels mine. Not the lover's concept, not the idea of being loved, the actual specific daily love you give, the consistent and the honest and the showing up regardless. That's the love that taught me where I wanna live. Your love is my home, not a building, not an address, not a place on any map. The feeling of belonging without needing to explain, of being received completely, of there being no gap. Your love is my home, and home means I can arrive as whatever I am, not the prepared version, not the one that's ready, the actual one. And still be understood, still be held, still stand. I belong here more than anywhere. Your love is my home, and coming back to it is the best part of everything. Home at its truest is the place that doesn't grade you, that doesn't keep a record of the days you got it wrong, that takes you back regardless of the shape you're in, arriving, that makes you feel you've always quietly belonged. And that's what your love does consistently without effort, not because loving is easy, but because you've made it real, the kind of real that holds up in the ordinary and the difficult, the kind that doesn't change depending on how I feel. And I'll stop taking that for granted, or I'm trying, because what you give is rarer than the giving makes it seem. A love that feels like home is not a thing that simply happens. It's built from choices made in every ordinary in between. Not the lover's concept, not the idea of being loved, the actual specific daily love you give, the consistent and the honest and the showing up regardless. That's the love that taught me where I wanna live. Your love is my home, not a building, not an address, not a place on any map. The feeling of belonging without needing to explain, of being received completely, of there being no gap. Your love is my home, and home means I can arrive as whatever I am, not the prepared version, not the one that's ready, the actual one. And still be understood, still be held, still stand. I belong here more than anywhere. Your love is my home, and coming back to it is the best part of everything. I wanna be honest about what home means to me. It isn't the absence of the difficult or the demanding. It's the place where difficulty has somewhere to land. genuine understanding. Not agreement, understanding is different. Not the fixing, just the knowing I'm not alone. And your love gives me that daily without announcement. And that quiet consistency is what makes it home.